You guys want to know, does working out truly benefit a drummer? Does someone's health impact their playing? Yes. The healthier they are as an individual, the better they're going to be able to recover from practice sessions, and therefore the faster they're going to be able to make strides, physically speaking. And if you're unhealthy, that can also affect your brain. Now, can someone be unhealthy and be really sick at drums? Yes. You see it quite often. You see people that are fat that are smashing on drums. If you are optimized, it will certainly help you to make progress. If you're sleeping well and you're able to retain the knowledge that you're trying to input into your system, the muscle memory, then yeah, it's definitely going to help. And just as it can hurt, does being physically dominant help on this instrument? Yeah, it's a physical instrument. Like, there's guys who are blessed with more fast twitch muscles, but like, are they always jack dudes? No. Is there a correlation there? I don't think so. Drummers are like an eclectic bunch, you know? It's not like the NBA where you have to be like a certain build or a certain height. I have not personally seen a great change in my playing since I've lifted more weights. If anything, it's taken me off of the drums. It takes away energy out of my day that I could be spending on the drums. It's kind of like a catch-22, man. It's gonna be years, I think, before you get to a point where you're not getting sore from your workouts and you're able to do. It's taken me years. I don't know, maybe if you're just genetically superior, you can just go ahead and do that and it's not an issue for you. But for me, it was a huge issue, and that actually kept me away from lifting weights for many years, and it kept me in this holding pattern of like going into intense like CrossFit style workouts that would completely sap my energy to where I couldn't even think or use my brain or really do much of anything else. So like, that style of workout I do not recommend. Something that is going to stress your nervous system like really intensely, I recommend like moderate workouts for drummers, especially if you're just starting out. Now, if you've been doing this for like, you know, as long as I have, it's like, it doesn't affect me as much doing really heavy deadlifts. Like, I can recover like, you know, 2 or 3 hours after my weightlifting session. I can go and play drums and I'm not like just destroyed. My energy levels aren't tanked still, you know. I kind of recover from it. But dude, I really like, you know, 2 years ago is when I kind of started like taking time off from drumming and like just working out. I was in a depression, and like I was like, didn't feel like playing my instrument. I was pretty bummed out every time I would go to play and practice. So I was like, I just have to do the bare minimum and like, you know, take care of myself in this time. So one of the things that I promised myself I was going to do was work out every single day. And, you know, it also helped that I was on the heels of a big breakup. So, yeah, my weightlifting kind of took precedent. In that time period, for whatever reason, drums weren't working as an antidepressant for me. And usually they do. They're my like main source of, you know, anti-depression and happiness. But yeah, weightlifting became that for me. But there was a period of time where I was okay being sore as hell and only getting to practice like an hour or two a day. So like, I think at some point you're going to have that period to help transition over, which I don't recommend for someone that's trying to get their career started or trying to become a sick-ass drummer. If that's really what you want to do, then you got to fucking go for that. Don't screw around trying to lift weights and become a good weightlifter. It's like, it's very, actually, this instrument is very training specific. So just get good at the drums is my 2 cents. And like I said, there's skinny dudes who have insane speed on the drums. I will say smaller dudes, skinnier dudes have a harder time being as powerful. And bigger guys, whether they're taller or, fatter or more muscular, they're going to have an easier time having more power on the drums. But that being said, I've seen some like swole dudes that are super stiff that don't have any power because not because their muscles can't put out that power, but because their technique is so lackluster that they don't know how to snap the stick. They don't know how to snap properly. It's something about their playing is too stiff, and it does stiffen you up. So like, you're going to have to work more on retaining fluidity around the kit. But yeah, man, if I was really smart, I would just be probably doing cardio. I would be only doing like battle ropes and row machine and Stairmaster and bike and maybe a little bit of compound lifting, but not super heavy. But I mean, that's just what I'm into, man. For whatever reason, I like getting a nice pump, but I also like the benchmark of hitting a super heavy weight. And yeah, benching and deadlifting are definitely my favorite. So ouch. When I'm going to do a music session, I'm usually tapering off of working out because I want extra energy for the drums. And I also don't want to be sore. So soreness is like an extremely debilitating thing for the drums because it's such a physical instrument. When your legs are filled with lactic acid and you have delayed onset muscular soreness, DOMS, like, yo, it sucks playing double bass. Like, that's probably the most glaring. But also, whenever your arms are sore as hell, yeah, that sucks. So that usually happens 2 days after an extreme workout. If you're more conditioned for it, then you'll get less sore. But that's going to take time. And it's also going to take you not being as extreme in your workouts, so not making as much progress in the gym. So you're going to have to kind of sacrifice one or the other. And I feel like a lot of people are asking this question, does working out help you to play the drums? Because they're like, hey, if that helps me to be a better drummer, I'm going to do it. Well, yeah, it might help you in the long run, man, but like, dude, I'm going to tell you, when I was focusing on drums 100%, I wasn't worried about working out. That didn't enter my mind. I was specifically training for the drums, so everything that I did was really in relation to that. If you're just doing it for the drums, then yeah, do some sort of exercise. But honestly, if you're any sort of limited on time, don't don't worry about it. Take care of yourself, be healthy, eat healthy, but just play the freaking drums if that's what you want to get good at. Once I started weightlifting to weightlift and just enjoying that experience and getting into that, that's whenever it stayed. So, you can't really force something, especially if you don't feel like working out. I feel like it's like, just freaking do some more rudiments, some more coordination work, some more groove work, some more listening research into different drummers and sick music. You should be healthy not just physically, but like mentally as well. Mental health is definitely important. If you're super depressed and anxious and going through a really tough time, that is going to fuck with your ability to make progress in the practice room and on stage. Well, I hope that was informative for you guys. That is my goal in making these videos. And they're kind of supplementary to my website, which is just packed full of chops, double bass, single pedal, timekeeping, polyrhythmic, metric modulation type stuff. So just really quality exercises and methods for drummers that are really serious. So make sure to check that out.